Hello everyone. It's been a long time. I don't know how much did you miss me last week because I was in during my vacation. I miss you a little. No, just kidding. I was missing you, but I was also having a great time in Seoul. I went to Seoul and I was worship God in other really big church that I know. And that church also has a multi-ethnic ministry. So that's the reason why I went to Seoul. Because I want to see how other churches are running multi-ethnic ministry. And I was able to see many things. And also, I was really thankful because we have this kind of service here and we can worship in English here today. Last year, I remember during my vacation time, I went to Seoul also. And I told to my friend, Pastor Morris, that I'm going to Seoul for my vacation. So he told me, can you preach? He asked me for preaching in there. So this year I didn't tell them. I didn't tell them and just go because I want to see how everything is running. So I want to sit in the back and see how everything is going. Today's title is the Child of God. There is something that we always must remember. We are a child of God, right? My name is it's too long, right? Tonin de Castro Jimenez. That's my name. You may ask yourself, why are you writing this? Tonin is my name, right? As you know. But de Castro is my father's last name. It's my father. And Jimenez is my mother's last name. People who come from Hispanic culture, they will know, but maybe some Koreans don't know this. In Spain or other many countries, we do it this way. We just put our name, and then father's last name and mother's last name. So my full name is this. Really long, right? Compared with Koreans, it's really long. Why we do it this way? Because it's really important who is my father, who is my mother. So what it means is Tonin, son of the Castro's father and Jimenez father. Tonin from this and this family line. So that's the meaning actually. Why I explain this? Because it's really important who is our father. It's really important where we come from. So that's why I'm writing this. Depending on who is your father and your mother, also your education, even your language, or even your culture, right? Is different. Depending who is your father and your mother, you are from Ecuador, or you are from Korea, or from Poland, from different culture, different language, right? So who is our father, who is our mother, is really important thing. Depending on who is our father, we become different, right, with other people. This is in the physical way, right? I look different than Agnes. Why we look different? We are different family. One family in Christ, but different physically, right? So that's why education, language, culture also is different. This is the physical way, but if we talk in the spiritual way, there's just two colors. If we read in John 8:44, He said, Jesus was talking. He said, you belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desire. He was murdering from the beginning, no holding on to the truth. But for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language. For he is a liar and the father of liars. Jesus is talking about Satan. He's talking to the Jews. In the spiritual way, there's only two colors, as I said, or child of the devil or child of God. Jesus was saying, you belong to your father, and you want to do your father's desire. 100% people are like that. Why I like soccer? Because my father likes soccer. In other words. Why some people like, I don't know, laughing or like to travel? Because it's what they was seeing when she was young. That's what their fathers like. People want to do father's desire always. If we read today 1 John, in the verse 9, we already read it. No one who is born of God will continue to sin, because God's seed remains in him. He cannot go on sinning, because he has been born of God. What that means? I'm a child of God. What does this mean? I'm born again. So, as you see my name, I'm the son of my father and mother. We are a child of God in that way. What it means? Our seed is in God. Is our God's seed. What it really means, God's seed reminding me. If we read in in John 1:12, it says that those who accept Him, those who accept Jesus, those who believe in Him, we have the authority to become child of God. What that means? God gives us the authority that when we believe in Jesus Christ, we become child of God. So what it means, there is only one way to become child of God. Bible told us in John 1:12, if you believe in Jesus Christ, you become child of God. So I was maybe lost, I was maybe living my life doing my father's desire, but from the moment that I start to believe in God, I become child of God. From the moment that I start to believe in Jesus. You are a child of God, so we don't need to be moved. We mustn't be moved. Don't be also afraid. It's okay if a war starts, for example. These days on the news it's continually happening, right? Even our friend Helena, tells us. I heard in the news that something is happening with North Korea and South Korea. Even that is okay. Why? Because I'm a child of God. So my Father is God, the Creator, the Healer. So doesn't matter what happened to me. Why? He has the control of everything. Even He finished with the problem of the death. When I die, I will go to heaven. So I get also the solution to that problem. As a child of God, a problem is not a problem for us. We must experience that. A problem is not a problem. Living our life, sometimes we are really too much focused on the problems, that problems become really big for us. So we cannot overcome it. We also doesn't have the strength to overcome that situation. Because we are focused on the problems. In other words, we are focused on the problems, but we are also losing the strength, we are losing our faith. God wants you to recover that strength. God wants you to recover that faith. How can you do that? Through worship. Every time that I do worship, I must receive the strength to overcome that situations. Why? After worship, I must go with faith. I must live with faith. If we see the Bible, we can check about Joseph's life. I don't think we have more problems than Joseph. Joseph was really inside of really dangerous situations. Also, really big problems as I see. He also lost his mom when he was really young. And kids, as you know, really needs her mom. Kids doesn't need money or all the things. When you give 4 years old kid, you give a lot of money, he likes it, but he doesn't need that. He needs to be with his mom. He also was fake accused and went to prison. Remember, he was also his brother was all of them jealous of him also. I don't think we have more problems that he has. But all of this situation, he was able to overcome it. And it wasn't a problem for him. Why was that? He was able to find God's guidance inside of all situations. He was able to find God's plan for his life inside of all situations. I really pray to you to don't look onto the problem, don't look onto the situation. Even there is hardships, even you are living here in Korea, and sometimes culture is difficult. Even that, don't focus on that. Focus that God has a plan for you through that troubles. So I really bless to you to discover that also through the worship. Because he knew really well who is my father. Joseph really knew that. He knew that God was with him continually. So he was assured of that. Why he knew that? His mom teach him that. So that became really imprint in him. That's why he really received many blessings. He also received the blessing of blessings. What it is, the fact that a problem it doesn't become a problem for me, I think it's the blessing of blessings. Joseph has this secret. Really, I'm a child of God. Really, God is my father and He's with me. So wherever I go, it's okay. Why? Because He's in control of all the situations. So because He has this secret, anything become a problem for Him. So He really received a lot of blessings. Because even He went to prison, even He went to other places, it was okay. Even He went as a slave to Egypt, it was okay for Him. Why? I'm not going as a slave to Egypt. God is sending me to Egypt. The point of view was completely different. That's the person who has faith. That's the person who really understands who I am and understands who is my Father. So now, how I must live? The only thing that we must do is always find God's plan for my life. How can I find God's plan for my life? God's plan for your life is to worship Him. Because inside of worship there is all blessings. So God's line for your life is to worship Him. Inside of the worship I can find God's guidance. Inside of the worship I can find God's plan for my life. God's plan for your life is to worship Him. Inside here there are all blessings and guidance for your life. So what we must do is just receive grace. I was saying before, if I'm not receiving grace, it's really easy to fall onto the troubles. How can I receive this grace. Prepare yourself. This is really important. Put yourself in a conditions to receive this grace. What it means, because I want to receive grace, I must raise my hands or say that. I'm not talking about that. You can raise your hands or you cannot. But what I mean, what I'm talking about, prepare yourself is prepare the conditions that you have for receive grace. What it means, from the day before, even to worship, I start to think, tomorrow I will go to church. When I go to church, it's nice to talk with other people, it's nice to have a fellowship, but really important, today I came to receive grace. So if I came with that heart, I just sit before the service and start to pray to God to receive grace, I'm sure that God will give to you. So sometimes we are missing this preparation for receive grace. And I just came, I see some people, they just came to the main service and they sit in the fourth floor, in the corner, in the last bench. They say, I can't receive grace. Even if you don't listen to the message, how can you receive grace? It's really important to prepare ourselves to receive for the worship, prepare ourselves to receive our grace. What it means, take care of yourself also for receive grace. Have the attitude for receive grace on Sundays. And then if you are worshiping God and receiving grace, you just, during the week, need to follow the word. If you follow the word, what comes to you during the week is the evidence. So just following the word, just following the evidence during the week, I will become a witness. I really pray all of you. You must remember today who I am. In the moment that I lose this, I'm losing all my strength. If I talk a little bit about my past, I was living a religious life. I was attending church since I was really young with my mom. And I didn't have a reason to go to church. I didn't know why I was going to church. I didn't know what I should believe in Jesus. I didn't know until I get 15 years old. So in other words, I was just following my mom to church. But one day, I started to think by myself, why I should go to church? Because I don't understand anything and it's really boring. So I just stopped to go. One day, I really meet the true gospel when I was 15 years old. From that moment, I found a reason to believe in God. I found a reason to believe in Jesus. I understood why God sent Jesus Christ here. He sent Jesus Christ for finish what I couldn't finish by myself in my life. That's the reason that why I must believe in Jesus Christ. So from that moment, I found a reason to go to church. I found a reason to believe in God. I found a reason to believe in Jesus Christ. From that moment, problems stop to come. No, problems always come. But the problems change me, but from the problems also God lead me to the best answers that I can receive. So I must have problems and I can receive the answers. So don't look at yourself problems. Problems will come to you. But don't be shaken, don't be moved by the problems. Just hold onto the covenant. If you are coming to worship and you are receiving grace through the worship, everything will be fine. Because the situation or the problems will pass. But the most important is if I'm holding on to the word or not. If I hold on to the word, 100% the evidence will come during the week. And then you will become a witness. Okay, let's pray. Dear God, I thank you for your grace. Thank you because you call us as a child of God. We want to enjoy this evidence during the week. In the name of Jesus Christ I pray. Amen.